Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer. Today is episode number 125. And how do I know exactly which number it is? Because it is after 9 o'clock the night before I drop the podcast at 2 a.m. Yeah, I really need to get Melissa into the recording studio or just here in my office so we can just run off a batch of these. And we're not waiting till the last possible second to record a podcast because it has been busy. Oh, no. We're not going to use that term busy. We're going to go with productive. Do you ever find yourself each year picking a word that you want to live by for the coming year? I actually, instead of doing that this year, decided to come up with a little phrase of what I wanted to have as my theme for 2024. It's been something I've been working really hard on. Today was one of those days that definitely tested me to see that if I could actually do this or not. My phrase is productive, not busy. And let me explain. Okay, so I used to be in real estate. That's my career. In real estate, I used to be that, man, I had such a busy day today. But then you would look back 30 days and you'd see that no money actually happened from that day. So was I busy or productive? I was busy. I was doing busy work, not stuff that was actually going to move the needle forward on my income. So going into 2024, I was like, you know what? I need to make sure that whatever I am doing, I am continually asking myself, is this busy work or is this productive work? Today was one of those days that when it was over, I almost caught myself saying, wow, what a busy day. But it wasn't a busy day. The day started at 4:45 a.m. when the alarm went off. Got up, got off to my first appointment of the day and did a photo shoot. After that, came back, did some follow-up activities, got prepared for a showing at 12:45. In the meantime, I was fielding calls on a listing that just went active yesterday. This listing has gone gangbusters for offers. In fact, tonight we ended up picking one of them. When all was said and done, we had over 10 offers on it. The price was driven up over $20,000 in this supposedly bad market. I'd say it's the marketing, not the market. But I was dealing with that all day. When I got back from showing a home, I was on the phone with agents, going back and forth on negotiating, trying to see who could come up, who could come in with better terms that were more acceptable to my client. And then around 7 p.m. tonight, we finally got it finalized. 20K over, short inspection period, quicker close, less than 30 days on the close, which works out perfect for my client. And they're taking the property as is. So it was a productive day. Now, a busy day would have been, I don't know, cleaning off my desk, doing paperwork that could be assigned to my assistant. Now, during the course of this day, I did have tasks that needed to be done, but they were not what we've spoken about in the past. They were not $500 an hour tasks. Now, you may not be making $500 an hour, but I need you to get that mindset because it's going to force you to look at everything you're doing of, do I want to be up here? For those of you not watching on YouTube and Spotify, I went above my head. Do you want to be up here with your income, the $500 an hour, $1,000 an hour, whatever the case may be, or are you going to be doing tasks that are minimum wage to $20 an hour task? Because you're never going to get wealthy doing $20 an hour task. The math does not math. Yeah, because $20 an hour times 40 hours in a week, typical 9 to 5 kind of job, is what, $800? $800 times 50, because we're going to assume you have 2 weeks off. 8 times 50 is 40,000. Last time I checked, that is not $1 million an hour. $1 million, yeah, an hour. That Jeff Bezos, I think he's way beyond that, by the way. But in fact, I know he's way beyond that. I think he sneezes and he's made millions. But anyway, I digress. $1 million a year salary is not going to happen if you're doing $20 an hour tasks. So I did have tasks today that needed to be taken care of. However, I forwarded them on to my assistant. She took care of them. She bonuses off all our files, so she actually makes a little bit more than $20, $20 an hour. Quite a bit more than $20 an hour. But anyway, sent this stuff off to her, had her handle it. I needed flyers designed and made. Had another department do that. So this is all stuff that, can I do it? Yeah, absolutely. I know how to do it. When I was just starting out in real estate, and I figured I needed to kind of learn pretty much everything, I did do that stuff myself. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have handed it off back then as well. Probably would have had my income go up faster if I had. So there's a learning tip in there. So busy versus productive. Take everything you're doing and analyze it all day long. And if it's busy work, make sure that you're assigning that off to somebody else, or asking yourself the hard question of, does this ever need to be done at all? Because a lot of times it doesn't. It could be just pushed to the side, ignored, and it just kind of goes away. Productive work. That's the stuff that's going to drive the needle forward. It's going to put money in your pocket. Because if you start looking at what I did do today, the client this morning, that is a monkey math. That's a $20,000 deal. The one at noon, that's another 12 to 15,000. And the contract I negotiated at the end of the day and got done, that was 17,000. So I could go do busy work, $20 an hour stuff, or what does that all that add up to? A lot. That's just shy of $50,000, or just around $50,000 of activity that was better suited to be done in what we call productive activities. Have you yourself picked out a phrase or a word that you want to live by this year? I'd love to have you guys comment and leave me feedback on what yours is, or if you think that you're going to also adopt busy versus productive, because I think it's absolutely wonderful. We do actually speak about this topic somewhat in rule number 11 in Dad's Rules, Get Off My Lawn, which will be released, oh my gosh, this year. Let's just say this year, because I keep trying to say a month, and that has not been happening. So let's just say this year. I am waiting for the cover to be finalized. I've been waiting a long time for the cover to be finalized on it. Yeah. So let's get that done, and then we can get that book out so you guys can see I really break down into more detail. And maybe I'll do another episode where I actually break down that chapter in and of itself of things you can do to make sure you're being more productive and not just doing busy work. Because I want every single one of you to be a kick-ass adult, live a phenomenal life, and Dad's Rules will help get you there. So if you like this show, please like, comment, leave feedback, review. It all helps the show grow, especially if you're on the Amazon, the Apple, and the Spotify ones. If you leave reviews on there, it helps mess with the algorithm, pops us up in the show views and stuff like that. I do notice it when it happens on YouTube. I am sure that it will do the same on the others. And if you would like to pick up some cool swag, such as this Don't Be a Jerk t-shirt, go to dadsruleswag.com. And until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult that I know you all can be.